What's going on, everybody? Welcome to GmiasWorld, and what's going to be happening right now is I'm going to have to go to Warren Moon, okay? Now, the biggest reason that I'm going to Warren Moon is because of that conductor chem, all right? Now, if you guys don't know about the conductor chem, it's very, very clutch, because back in the day, bro, you could do as many audibles, like hot routes as you wanted before you got to the line of scrimmage. EA has obviously attacked that, and now you can only do one unless you have the conductor trait in Madden Ultimate Team, okay? So, for me, it's more beneficial. That's why I had that Tom Brady there, to have the conductor trait than anything else. That's why I don't really care about the Cam Newton anymore and all the other stuff that's going on. It's simple. What happens is, if you come out to the line, right, and you see a guy in like a cover three, and you don't see a purple, you don't see a flat, you know, you kind of gauge what you're looking at on the field, you could go ahead and do two quick hot routes, do whatever, get an out route deep. You can do a lot more. And then with Warren Moon, the bigger thing is he also has speed. Okay, so yeah, you might say walk it to him, but walk it to him doesn't have the throw power. Like, everything, all the cards are starting to get a little bit more enhanced, and as they get enhanced, you get away from the older cards because of that reason. So even though, like for instance, right, I still have Michael Irvin as a wide receiver on my team, and you might say, yeah, that's a Thanksgiving card, he sucks, and I will totally agree with you. I think the guy sucks as well, but it's not about the fact that he sucks, it's that certain times he plays like a glitch, and there's nothing you can really do about it. Like, it's certain cards that you can't really explain why they play well, because EA's the way they display the attributes and stuff like that, it doesn't translate, in my opinion, to the max in Ultimate Team anymore. Prior to Madden 15, any card you got that had any kind of attribute that you saw, like you visibly saw, you could see it, you could feel it with the remote, you could see that the cards were doing the things that it said they were doing. No more, because it's all become something to where it's like a yo, shout out to Love My Struggle for the subscription. It's a toss-up. It's pretty much a toss-up. Like, your guys will play well sometimes they won't play well. It's a lot of different things that go into it. It doesn't make much sense, but that's what it's about, because the best player doesn't always win anymore. Like, back in the day, you could get lucky very, very rarely and beat a good player. Now, it doesn't, you could be playing a one-eyed walrus. It doesn't matter. That dude's going to dot you up, because that's the formula that they use. And the reason that I don't believe in this whole DDA thing is because DDA has always been in video games. Madden is just a bad game, gameplay-wise. That's all. It's not as, you know, like how people tell you that some things are just not as complicated as you may try to make it out to be? That's what it is with Madden. It's just a terrible gameplay, because what they've done is they've patched the game based on patches of previous years. If you guys have played Madden 16, a lot of you guys are new. Oh, there go to High Pass. So nice to have you back. The Madden patches, right, for 16, that's when they started to destroy Madden with those type of patches. That's when they brought in the, you couldn't really beat anybody deep. The guy kept sliding into you in zone. They keep that same format since then with every other patch. They did it in 17. They're doing it now in 18. So it's not the fact that the game, when it's released, is bad. It's after they patch the game. So if you play MUT, right? Like, look at this guy. He's just doing whatever he wants and just throwing it in the coverage. This guy doesn't care about anything. This guy is missing his entire brain, but he's about to blow me up by 97 points. That's just that. This is like every game for me. This is nothing new. I'm diving right into him. As soon as he catches the ball, he's going to catch it anyway, because that's what EA does. Look, bro, go ahead. EA does these things so that these guys can stay in the game. And it's a magical formula, because what happens is it kind of steers the competition like the wrong way. It makes people that think that they're good, it makes people that are bad think that they're good, and the good players go crazy. It's a beautiful formula, because why? There's more common people than people that are good at stuff. You see what I'm saying? It's a magical formula. So it's not about DDA. This is intended by EA Sports. It has nothing to do with that. And pick that, run it for 6'2", and then when you see his mom's in the parking lot, you know what to do. What happens is this, right? Dynamic difficulty adjustment, so I could break it down for you guys, right? Because people act like it's just a new discovery because they watch the video and they see that EA patented and all kind of stuff like that, right? You guys have to understand, any other video game, even if it's not like a sports game, they've all incorporated ways to utilize like add-ons and buying things within their game. So they'll make certain things more difficult than it has to be for you to spend more money. That's the new wave of technology. With Madden Ultimate Team, the gameplay itself, there's nothing you can do to counteract what it's doing. So even if your team is good, like for instance, right? I got this Warren Moon, right? Warren Moon is a good quarterback, and he's going to make a lot of his throws. But when I really need to make a throw, he's not going to make a throw. But he's a 98 overall card. So how is it DDA if that's the highest level? So if I bought Pax and I liked him and he was that high overall, it would make sense that he would be the best quarterback out there. That's not the case. There is no DDA. What there is terrible mechanics with the gameplay because of prior patches. That's all that it is. So when I stress to you guys, look, go with the player that you like. Okay? No matter what anybody tells you, go with the player that you like, because for the most part, they're going to all play the same, including guys with a lot of speed. I was looking at, like right there, he just threw the ball through my body. He's going for 6. This is a game that, if you're not careful, you'll end up in the morgue. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why I tell you guys, I'm not going to lead you into the path of destruction, bro. I'm going to tell you how I feel. You guys don't have to agree with me, but I'm telling you how I feel based on the way that I play it. And I've been playing the game for a very long time. And I can 100% assure you that this Madden is not what anybody that loved Madden growing up intended it to be. It's not like this, right? If you play The Legend of Zelda, right? If you played The Legend of Zelda growing up, The Legend of Zelda still today on the Nintendo Switch is sick. It's still a great game. Does anybody know why it's still a good game? Because the people that make it have common sense. They understand that the formula that they're using to make a great game, you don't go away from it. So what happens is this: EA, because of the OBJ, right? The OBJ thing, because 15 was starting to get wild with a lot of ridiculous animations. But what happened was with Madden 16 with OBJ, when the aggressive catch came in, they didn't know how not to make the punters do it, the kickers do it, the head coach do it. You see what I'm saying? Like, they were doing things like that. Like, somebody would go for a fake. You see, that's what I'm talking about Michael Irvin. You see how he's glitchy? All these, even though he just went for a hit stick. I don't know. This guy's an idiot. But I didn't say this guy was smart to start the game, so you can't really count that. But my opponent is, I don't know what he's doing right now. But because of the OBJ catch, EA went crazy. So they put all kinds of ridiculousness in the game. And because of that reason, everything started to change. Madden 16, when it was released, the game was fine. Guys were getting blitzed, whatever like that. It was okay. And remember, keep in mind, the game was still selling at launch. Because remember, the patches that ruined Madden 16 is what they brought into 17 with the first patch also. Because Madden 17, they released it, and you were able to tell if your opponent was passing or running. It was really stupid. But they've been at it for a while. But I want people to understand something. Madden 16 at release was a fine game. And the sales were very, very high based on OBJ. It was taking off. You know, he did that catch against Brandon Yu's car. Everything was working out. And everybody was happy. Then they patched it. You see what I'm saying? You see that nano detection right there? You saw how my guy just stopped running? Those are the things. Those are the ideas that are going to come back to haunt Madden. For somebody to put nano detection inside a game that's like a football game is probably the stupidest thing that you could probably think of. You know what I'm saying? It's like a guy just woke up. He just smoked everything that's available. It doesn't matter what. Like, you got that? You got that? All right, I'm gonna take it all. Let me do all that. And then went into the office and came up with nano detection. It's by far the stupidest thing ever. These are the ideas that have come into the game and correlated to make it a terrible game. Has nothing to do with DDA. If this game had DDA, I would be happy, because at least I would understand why it's happening, and then my stuff would make sense. If I buy a card that's great, you know, buy something off the auction house that's great, it would work. That's not the case. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what I want you guys to understand. Like, even with Warren Moon right now, he's playing pretty well. I already know what's going to happen with him, because the game is inconsistent. So every time you turn it on, it's a different experience. It's not like you release a game and you always get the experience. I remember, bro, I used to play Mortal Kombat on console, NFL 2K on Dreamcast. It was always the same game. It never changed. You if something worked, you knew it worked. The other person had to outsmart you. They had to be better than you. That's not the case. And if you spend all the money in the world, listen, I play 99 overall teams every day. And they all suck. It doesn't matter. I beat them. They beat me. Their team is not really the whole gist of what the game is. It's the fluke that comes with it. It's the stupidity. It's the stuff like you just throw the ball up in the air like that, and the guy will just jump up, and he'll catch that usually. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's just, you get random idiots that left their brain at home and then went to school, and then they playing you online, no Wi-Fi, just playing you, bro, no screen. Like this guy that I'm playing right now, he has no screen. He doesn't have a console. It's just I'm playing him in a surreal galaxy, and he's gonna destroy my life for this, this period of time. That's what EA has created, and that's why I tell you guys, yo, Gmia, what card should I get? Get what you like. Listen, Warren Moon might be rage sold at my earliest convenience. He might be rage sold by the next video. You guys know that. But what am I gonna do? I'm gonna enjoy him while he's here, and that's what you guys should do. A lot of you guys, you've already sold your Madden. You've told me live on Twitch. You've already got out of Madden. You're waiting for 19, stuff like that. I appreciate you guys still watching my videos. But for everybody else that still plays it and that are strong enough to do it, because you got to have a strong heart to do this. Because every time you play Madden, a baby chicken dies. So you got to be a very, very, listen, bro. I'm willing to live with it, bro. I'm willing to live with it. Like, I'm a savage. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to deal with it. But all I'm saying is the game is very, very ridiculous. And you have to just play it at your own risk. We'll see how long Warren Moon lasts. He looked pretty good this game. You guys saw it in the gameplay. I had to go back through some flashbacks with you guys, give you guys some insight. Let's go with a video view goal of 30K. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching. I'm going to see you guys next time. One love.